Yeah. He freaking started
No, that was bad.
scratching. He started scratching on my blankets. I was like, oh.
Get out of the corner.
Well, you
And
running
that's
for
when
much?
started-
I don't want to be in your fucking lawn corn.
Oh.
That's why
I
I'm
was
sitting
like,
over
who are
here.
you talking to? But he started scratching on my blankets. I was
Yeah, because it is
he's
live right
swatting.
now.
like, freaking stop. So I swatted his butt.
I'm headed to Samaritans.
Did you
I'm
get to
gonna
sleep
go
with me
eventually.
last night? Did you sleep with me last night?
I'm gonna probably go
Blake's
Tomorrow.
got a treat.
when I have everybody's stuff.
Blake's got
'Cause I have to
back.
Completely
You guys
re-sign
are
up.
crazy to get that.
I haven't been Samaritan Center in 2 years.
I got
You don't get to sleep with me for a while. You don't mess up last night. Freaking ladder. Hey, you're a mini. Oh, I forgot. I completely forgot. Let me drive.
Yeah, for the last 5 minutes, everything everybody said's been on there. I would just let it run.
No.
Maybe if everybody hears all you guys talking to something, they might actually think there's something going on. They might watch.
I do too.
It's
Is that who I think it is?
it better not be.
There you go. I thought it was.
I was about ready to fucking lie out this house.
All right, start hitting up TVs.
Alright, give me a minute. I'm gonna blow 10 pounds of snot out my nose.
Room, put it on your account.
That was 10 pounds of big snot.
Morning, all.
I just realized
You ain't gotta whisper. You can be on here. I don't care.
Oh. I just realized,
You're
Yeah.
subscribed to my account now
oh, okay.
because that's what's on out there.
Oh, okay. But,
Hello, all. This is Charles of Seaman Lawn Care. Thanks for joining. There may be a few other people coming and going in the video today. My wife's moving through the house. My son's girlfriend's here. And then, of course, the dogs. Once we get a few people in here, we will start talking about what's been going on, why I haven't posted any videos. When it rains, it pours, all that good stuff. So, and everybody that may end up in this video at some time or another all knows what's been going on this end. What's up, Danny? Tried to do this with StreamYard, but for whatever reason, it just was not feeding to my YouTube account. So I just switched back to regular YouTube video. Throw it out there on Facebook, see if we can get some people coming in that way. Yeah, near lawn care is in the house. Blake went home yesterday. He went back to Warsaw for a couple of weeks, and then he's coming back for good. Yeah, he went back over there because he was staying over there with his sister, so he went back over there to kind of wrap things up and all of that, and then he's coming back. We got a whole whopping 5 people in here, and the bad thing about it, most of them are people in my house watching on their accounts. Hey, Krista.
Thanks.
I think everybody needs a break from her on occasion.
Yeah, I heard that.
My question is, if they ever have kids, what's the kids going to come out like?
Oh,
Because between the 2 of them, they got one Tootsie Pop in the brain.
Hi. Are you sure that's not both of us?
No, I said between the 2 of you, you've got one.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
You noticed that too, Danny. He said, shh. He said, listen, Linda.
Oh no, I'm seeing it all. Don't listen, Linda, me.
Turn it this way, see who we can catch walking through that door back there.
Hmm?
Did you see what Vonnie said?
What do you mean? Ah! I love you, Bonnie. Yeah, to be honest, your grandkids are kind of.
On that grandkid aspect, I've already said, you know what? They can bring them to visit, but they can stay for 2 hours and they got to take them with them. They can't spend the night. I'll tell you what, y'all, all this snow we've had here in Missouri the last week. I mean, it only snowed for like 2 days and then stopped, but we've still got a lot of snow on the ground. In the last week, I blew the engine on my Ford pickup. My lawn care trailer's backed up. I backed it up in the driveway, mower and all on there, and unhooked it so I could go do some other stuff. Before I got home, I had no motor. So I haven't even been able to get my trailer moved. I'm sitting here looking at my trailer sitting in front of the house, my mowers, everything just covered in snow. And I can't do anything about it. Well, I got a Dakota pickup, but it's got brake issues. Got it over here from my old house, and we've got it in the garage, messing with it. I've got to this afternoon go pick up the brake booster to put on there, and that's going to be fun. But at least I'll have a vehicle, because I was hauling a snowblower in the back of a Mercury Mountaineer. I borrowed one from a friend of mine to use so I could get all these accounts taken care of with this property management thing I've got going on. And it takes 3 people to pick it up and put it in there, because you got to lay it down to roll it in. Yeah, not fun. I didn't want to pull a trailer out in this, because some of the roads I had to travel, I was plowing through 3-foot snow drifts, and I didn't want the trailer passing me going down the road, because I could have only pulled one of my small trailers with that Mountaineer, and they just got the small boat style tires on them and things, and I just didn't want them passing me. I didn't feel it was going to be safe, so we just did it that way. For those of you that don't know, I just entered a contract doing property management and property preservation on foreclosed and pre-foreclosed homes, and they are scattered. I mean, they're scattered everywhere. And so and I do snow removal. Even though the houses are empty, they still have me do snow removal on them. So I've been doing a lot of traveling with all that, but I get paid for it. So yeah, we've got some clean outs coming up on them. We got one later this month that goes into actual foreclosure, to where I go in and do the trash out on it. I haven't talked to them yet to find out how it's going to work, being able to do videos on them and stuff, but I will, if they agree to allow me to do the videos, I will be able to bring in not only the lawn care and cleanup on these properties, but also the trash outs of the houses. And I'm thinking about actually setting up a different channel just for the trash outs, because I know people, when they go to a lawn care channel, they want to watch lawn care. They don't want to watch hoarder houses being cleaned out and the such. So, but the way everything's looking, side hustle wise, it's a humongous side hustle, because I include everything on the property in the clean out, and I get paid for that. I get paid for the cubic yardage, and then anything that I want, once it goes in that status to where the bank actually owns the houses and the residents no longer own them, it's not their property anymore. So I get paid to remove everything. One of the properties actually it's somewhere between a 1949 and a 1954 Chevy 5-window pickup. There's no motor or transmission, and I got to file the paperwork to get the title if I want the title on it. But I've already been offered $3,500 the way it sits, and they'll remove it, so I don't even have to do that. Another property, one that's actually getting ready to go into cleanup status, has antique. It's a farm, and there's antique farm implements, cast iron bathtub, all this. I haven't even been inside the home, so I don't know what's inside the home. This is just what's in the yard. There's a completely disassembled carport laying on the ground that I've got to get out of there. And I mean, the way I see it, that's all resale. Why trash it? So, I mean, there's a potential for serious side money on this. I mean, I'm not going to become a hoarder and just keep everything I find, but stuff that there's a quick sell for, yeah, I'll bring it back. Stuff that's worth money, yeah, I'll bring that. But other than that, most of it will just get trashed. What? What?
How long could you shower?
This morning.
It's about an hour.
Yeah, I came down
Danny says, if she gets on my nerves, I'll sell her. I'll put her on here and do an auction and get rid of her. We're talking about you.
I know.
And I just said, if you get on my nerves, I will start an auction on here and sell you. You will be gone. She speaks, Danny.
Okay.
You did misspell it.
For your information, I graduated on a very, very thin line, so don't come after me.
She went to Sherwood High School if you have any questions.
It's pronounced Durwood.
No, it's pronounced Durwood. And see what I was saying about my potential of my grandkids?
Yeah, they're.
There's a potential I'm going to have very mentally challenged grandkids with these two.
Thanks, Danny.
I may put Vonnie on here for sale and get rid of her also.
What? You're being sold.
I'll sell them both and get rid of them and be done with it. You clean out your shed up there where you got all your stuff stored and move her in there.
Is it just pick on Chris today?
Well, some of that was also picking on Lonnie.
Oh, okay.
That's true
Hey,
statement.
nobody asked, Danny.
No, he's talking about me. That's a true statement there. Very true statement. That's the bad thing about being on here. I can't. Here we go.
Danny.
I think I just booted her. I don't even know who this is. Nothing else. I think I managed to hide whoever it is. These ones are mine.
I remember. You have 100s and she has the shorts.
Yeah. Oh, I probably could, but she'd get a little upset.
Hey! I can't do what I want to do. Know what? I don't like you no more.
You ready for the mowing season to get cranked back up, Danny?
Good business.
He don't actually go out and mow though. His is all green screen. He takes them mowers and he puts a green screen up behind him and stands in his garage on his mower in front of the green screen and just pretends he's doing something.
Oh, that explains why the yards look so good. That's not what I meant, Danny. I don't like you as a person.
You better love my Danny as a person.
He's being mean. He's over here bashing me.
He's only bashing you if it's true.
He posted and asked me if I could boot her because he thought she was a bot.
No, he said he thought there's also a bot.
Sometimes you have
You better go back and read that. Can
Yeah. Says, can you
Yeah,
Krista, I think they're a bot also.
you? Yeah, he thinks you're.
Oh. Sorry.
You know, sometimes she does have glitches like a robot.
Sorry, Danny. He said, damn, that moves.
You know, I went back and this morning I was sitting here and I was watching some Beck the Beast videos now that she started her YouTube channel. And it cracks me up. I hear people talk about women not, lawn care not being for women, how it's too much work for them and they shouldn't have to do that kind of work. But when the women do get out there, more often than not, I almost think they can do it better than men. See how many men out there can flip that weed eater like Beck can. Put that thing on the ground, catch it with a foot, and flip it in the air. Yeah.
Doesn't she?
Sorry, Danny.
What?
That's all I can really say.
Catch it?
Yeah. Yeah, this girl, Beck the Beast, she sets a running weed eater on the ground and walks up with her foot and flips it in the air, catches it, and immediately goes into using it. Her YouTube channel's new, but it's like Instagram or TikTok, one of them. She's got more followers than any 5 YouTube channels combined on lawn care almost. I mean, it's just unreal.
Definitely shows the power of women, what we can do.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I have no faith in steels anymore. I mean, I've been through too many of them. My backpack blower, I'm done with it. I mean, I've got to use it until I can afford to get a new one. Then it's going to be all let go from there on out. I'm tired of that thing shocking my hand when I use it.
Which is back.
Yeah, with this property preservation, though, in the last couple of weeks, I've been on 5 different properties.
It's just Butch.
One of them, when I went in to do the front yard cleanup on it, I had almost an entire 6x12 lawn care trailer completely loaded down with bags of leaves, and the front yard's tiny. I mean, the entire yard, driveway, and everything is no bigger than my front yard. And I mean, that's tiny. But I hauled 2 truckloads of wood out of there, 1 truckload completely loaded down with just sticks and rotten boards and everything else, a lake house. And then some other properties that I was working on, they were supposedly being taken care of by the company that did it previous to me, but they weren't removing any of the debris from the properties. They were just taking the sticks and hiding them behind trees for their photos and all of that stuff. So every property that I initially touched, I removed basically an entire truck bed of sticks and things. One of the properties, I've got to go back. I've got to go in the house and put plywood on the holes in the floors, which was supposed to have been done. I've got to put in bids to remove back decks that are rotted and fallen in. One of the properties, I've got to put in a bid to go in and remove a burn pile out of the yard. It's not a big one, but I'm not looking forward to digging it all. Yeah, the company before me, they weren't doing anything they were supposed to be doing. But, their loss is my gain because you get paid for it all. They just didn't want to take the time to do it. They weren't worried about the rest of the money. And I'm sorry, but I'm in this to make money. I didn't sign that contract, just drive around the state doing nothing. Then the last week in my house has been nothing but noise. My wife did a bunch of babysitting of a small baby. For the most part, he's pretty quiet. But he's a baby. He can get loud. And then a buddy of mine had his daughter here for a week. Teenagers in the house for a week. Yeah, I was ready to pull my hair out. And then last night, my wife wants to feed our puppy cinnamon twists from Taco Bell.
Never again.
That's puppy crack. Yeah, that's pure puppy crack there. Yeah, I was reading over all of my contracts and stuff with this big property management company, looking over the non-disclosure agreements, all of this. And I actually think I am going to see about setting up on a smaller scale my own property preservation and management company because it doesn't violate anything.
You were vibrating on this.
But yeah, on a smaller scale, there's a lot of money in it. Please don't interrupt me. There's a lot of money in it. Just doing it on the local level for local financiers and things like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to see anybody lose their home. But, the reality of the situation is somebody's got to play the bad guy and go in and clean these properties up. So, I might as well make the money for it myself.
I'm off today. I'm off today. I'm off today. Today's vacation.
But
Griffin, get in here and start putting this.
but yeah, I see it though, just with the contract I have, even if I don't do it on my own, I see it being
I'm a baby.
I see this contract turning into being a very profitable contract. I mean, even without the resale of the abandoned property, the abandoned stuff on the properties. And because I mean, I've been tracking the housing market, and right now with what they suspended foreclosures for a while because of the whole COVID thing, and right now it's lifted as of January 1st. So there's a lot of properties going in that are all VA, national banks, Fannie Mae, Fannie Mac. There's a million houses right there alone waiting to be foreclosed on. I mean, like I said, I don't want to see anybody lose their home, but somebody's got to do it. And then with the way these properties are scattered, right now I plan on trying to use that to my advantage and filling in very large routes. I mean, it could end up being a beast that's more than I can handle by myself, but if it turns out that way, then it just turns out that way. But in one of the directions where I have to go do a few other properties, I have accounts going in that direction, and then those two properties, and then I've had other people in those directions wanting me to do lawn care for them. I just haven't done it because I didn't see it worth driving all that distance. But if I'm going to be going by them, I might as well pick those properties up. So, get a hold of them this year and see if they're still needing lawn care and step into it. All right, Danny, go buy some Code Red Mountain Dew. Talk to you later.
What?
But yeah, my little Dakota pickup, I plan on setting it up to do all these foreclosed properties and stuff because I want to be able to do it without pulling a massive lawn care trailer with me. And I plan on getting a 36-inch stand-on, which will still fit in the bed of that Dakota. And I'm sorry, but the reality is I'm not a big Dakota fan, but it gets better gas mileage than my big F-150. So it'll be a perfect one. I put a weed eater rack on the side of it and gate on the back, and I can haul a 36-inch to go out and do all these other properties. And if I can find a decent stand-on that's got a little speed to it, I can take care of all of them with that.
Danny's still alert.
Yep, he said he's taking off to go to the store. Now that Danny's left, everybody's leaving. So I am not really for sure who was in here because only a couple of people's been commenting. But if anybody has any questions for me or anything that I'm doing, just let me know something. Be right back. I'll run in to get some coffee. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to deal with the chaos that's in my kitchen. Get a cup of coffee. Give me a second, guys. I'm kind of setting up a poll here. There we go. I was just setting up a poll kind of about, the whole property preservation thing, see if people think they're the bad guy or not. I mean, the reality of the situation is somebody's got to do it. And I'm sorry, but I've got a potential of making $200,000 this year doing property preservation. So, I mean, if people think I'm the bad guy, then I'm going to be the bad guy. I mean, the reality of the situation, I've been seeing videos, people talking, newscasts, people complaining, saying that the contractors are stealing their property and everything. But I mean, the reality of the situation, you get foreclosed on, you've got a date, you have to be out and have all your stuff out. So, I mean, when you're about to lose your property. So if your stuff's still there after that date, I mean, it's going to get removed by someone. And I'm sorry, but the state of the properties that I'm taking care of, the ones that I've been inside of, I mean, houses are trashed, houses are wrecked. You know, I've been in some of them that are just completely disgusting. But, you know, they say one man's trash is another man's treasure. I mean, some people put value in things that nobody else sees value in. But, I mean, if you have value in it, get it out of there. Don't leave it. It's kind of like renters. I mean, you rent a property, you've got an eviction date that you got to be out by. And if you're not gone, you lose everything. I mean, nobody complains about the landlords throwing their stuff out. That's not national coverage on the news. And it's the same situation. So, I mean, all right, I am going to bring this to a close because there's not really anybody came in. Other than Danny, nobody's really talking. So, this is Charles with C-Man Lawn Care. Come check my channel out. I'm sorry I haven't been posting videos, but I will get them up. So, I'm out of here.